So let's be honest. Let's not overhype EXP. EXP has been a good experience for me so far, but I know there are people that join that find themselves disillusioned and can't connect well, and it just doesn't work for them. And so I'd like to share some thoughts about that. I wanted to make an update 1 year, just over 1 year in EXP, and what has happened in my business since I joined EXP. So there's a lot of things I could talk about here, but I want to try to give you a few tips and a few points and thoughts. When you get that phone call from the EXP agent and he wants to talk to you about EXP, obviously his goal is to recruit you into the business. So it's a compliment, and it should be taken as that. And they want to bring you into their business. But my approach has been a little different. I haven't called anybody to try to recruit them into EXP. Interestingly enough, that when I changed agencies to EXP, a lot of the agents that knew me, they would bring it up. One called me. He ended up joining EXP. A guy that I knew well, fantastic agent, and we had a honest conversation about it. He said, "Hey, what do you think about EXP?" I had no idea. He did own his own agency, and but wasn't doing a lot of business. And he was looking for some change, although I really didn't get that vibe from him when he first called me. So I just told him straight up, hey, this is my perspective. I just came in at the time, and I was getting used to EXP. Now, that's my approach. I'd much rather be more organic and make sure the people that are coming in understand it, in a way that's realistic, and there's no hype. Try not to be. It's hard to not get excited, but you don't want to hype something. You don't want to convince people, even though they'd probably be better off in most ways if they just did it. I wish that I had just done it 7 years ago when I first knew about EXP, but at that time the company wasn't as evolved as they are now. So I kind of skipped some of the growth period, but if I had done it, I probably would have been way better off now, probably be retired from real estate. So that's something. But kind of back to recruiting. I thought that EXP was going to be a lot of recruiting, and I was worried it was going to be a big distraction from selling real estate, because that's our bread and butter. We got to go sell real estate. And it hasn't been that at all. So I'm happy to report that. Now, if you get sucked into all the hype, and you have somebody in your, like if your mentor, somebody who is really pressuring you to go to all of the meetings and everything, again, you'd probably be better off if you did it. But if it's going to be a huge burden to you, then it's not going to kill you to not go. I do think, and I haven't gone to any of the the big events, but I'm looking forward to going to one. It's just the timing has been off. My first year in EXP, I got really sick for one thing, really slowed me down. And then my father, he had cancer, and we were really taking care of him for 6 months. That cut into my year pretty seriously. I had to pretty much do nothing but take care of him. So that was the thing. But I still managed to grow my my EXP business to about 8 agents, and everybody loves it. I didn't convince anybody to do it, and everybody's been really happy. And it's growing organically. When somebody wants to know how you like EXP, or maybe it's somebody you really admire, you do reach out to them. It doesn't have to be hypey. We can get on the phone, we can call, we can talk, answer questions. So there's that. So don't be overwhelmed by the idea of that part of the business. I'm really getting more excited about it, because as I'm getting older and I want to start growing that part of my business, I started to get a few payments from the other agents' activity. I've never gotten paid before from an agent that I brought in other companies. So it's really a nice feeling. It's great. It's like, wow, this is cool. And I'm proud of EXP too. I really do think they're a great company. The structure is amazing. If you're a new agent, there's a lot of training that happens in the cloud. Then they also will require you to have a mentor. So let's just say I was your sponsor. Now I'm the one who introduced you to EXP. Now I could be a mentor in the company and be, registered as a mentor, although I don't want to be. I want to be able to coach and help people along the way. But it's also a good thing to have a mentor when you're first starting. EXP requires this. And if you're not an experienced agent, you will have a mentor. I think this is brilliant. It should be required in every agency. It should be part of getting licensed. EXP is doing it right. It's better for the company. It's better for the new agents that need a lot of training. I don't want to be a trainer. It's one of the reasons why I never did a lot of recruiting, is because I don't want to train hundreds of people. That's not my thing. EXP has masterminded this, and there's phenomenal training, and they're going to help you hands-on. Somebody in your community, an EXP agent in your community that's done the training, that is experienced, that can help you learn to write offers, all the stuff behind the scenes, set goals, all of that stuff. So it's like a bonus. You're going to pay a little bit for it. It's part of growing your business. So I think that's a brilliant thing that EXP is doing. So that's a yes. I'm at about 6.5 minutes. I don't want to go too long here. My overall feeling with EXP after my first year is I have no regrets. I was really nervous about making a mistake with EXP. I have not regretted it, not a single moment. They have done everything they promised they would do. The managing brokers system is phenomenal. You'll have more support than you've ever had at any office that you've been at. If you're a top recruiter or if you're a top broker, and you want to go into the next phase of your career, EXP offers those options. That's what I'm doing here. I'm a successful real estate broker, and I'm like, okay, I want to expand my business. The timing is right. This makes sense. No other office really offers what EXP is offering. I won't go into all of the detail, but if you're interested, we can talk it through, and I can explain. It's a lot. And since I have been in EXP, they have even improved the compensation plan. They've made it easier to get paid, faster to get paid, in multiple ways. You've got your profit sharing, you've got the stocks, you've got the recruiting. It just goes on and on. There were some things I didn't even know about. And I want to also say, can't say too much about some other things. The people that you meet in EXP, your sponsoring agent and upline, they have brought some things to me, to my business, that I would have never had. And there are little benefits and bonuses, tips and tricks and treats that you don't have right now. I promise you that. And it's really a great thing to finally have people in my business who are more experienced than I am, that have made a lot more money than I have. And I've made a lot of money in real estate. I'll make $500,000 a year in real estate. But to be working with people that have done far beyond that, they can help me grow my business in many ways. They can help me recruit. It's like I have a whole group of people working for me that I never had before. I love it. That's not hype, that is a fact. That is the way it is now. If a person signs up in EXP with the wrong group of people, I've heard about that happening. I've talked to EXP people that have left EXP, and that's what happened to them. They just didn't have a connection. And so I do think that's important. Maybe one of the most important things is to feel good about who you're working with, because that's going to be something that matters. So I want to encourage you to take a second look, or maybe it's a third look at EXP. And if you have questions, or what are your fears, what are your concerns, let's have a non-salesy, no hype conversation about EXP. If you are a new broker, or a top producing broker anywhere in the country. If not in many of the other countries that maybe you'll find this video. But I'm in Bend, Oregon, and I am in the process of building my business across the country, and we now have prospects even in Mexico, and our business is growing. So it's really exciting. Still active in real estate, still doing it every single day. Love real estate, and love people, and would love to talk to you about your interest in growing your business with EXP. So Paul Frazier, Mr. Bend, Oregon, here in Bend, Oregon. You can find me at MrBendOregon.com.